Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot, Your Love Story, July 2018. And this is for you coming from Capricorn. And let me shuffle my cards quickly. And the first card that I pull will have to do with your first 15 days in July. And it's not a very good card. It warns you that the first 15 days of July are going to produce a very bad possibility of finding a new romance. So if you find one, don't be overjoyed, be suspicious, look behind the scenes, find out more about this person, because it's coming with a lot of complications and a lot of anger and a lot of difficulties. No harm in helping the person, but you don't want to inherit a new romance already loaded with problems. That's too bad. So think carefully. And if you have an ongoing romance, it's going to turn very nasty in the first 15 days. And this nastiness can produce things to breaking point. It can produce anger. It can produce things for you coming from Capricorn that have to do with the past. And all these things can be brought up, and that ongoing romance can be taxed and can be stretched to going towards unhappiness. And if you are married, it's even worse. It shows long-term issues are becoming very weak. So a marriage of any length of time can be weakened in these first 15 days. So be careful what you say. Be careful what you say, be careful what you do. Because the wrong thing said and done and you are in trouble. Such is the fast, furious planets I can see. Kabbalistic cards as signs of planets, as signs of zodiac signs. That's why I use Kabbalistic cards. And this is very worrying. And if you are married, the situation also says that anything of a long-term nature can be weakened very fast, and I put marriage under long-term. So your marriage can become easily troubled in the first 15 days. So you is the one, you are listening to me. So you should become aware of this problem. And if your partner is the one who is creating problems, whether in the romance field or the marriage field, tell yourself to take it easy and don't retaliate and let this 15 days pass. So a very fast, furious card for you in the first 15 days, which can bring trouble very quickly. Now let's see what the last 15 days show. And it doesn't improve very much. It stays just as negative. It says that all the intentions that you have are all topsy-turvy, which means misunderstood. So let's start. If you find a romance in the second half of July, it's going to be just as troublesome, just as difficult, just as complicated. So if you find that romance, don't celebrate. Well, celebrate because you obviously want it, but tell yourself, I have to be very careful. I can't give my heart away too quickly. I've got to find out more of this person and do the research. And then if you find that you can definitely improve this romance that you find in the last half of July, then take it. Otherwise, I would say just postpone it for the time being and see what happens later on in the coming months. And if you are married, well, no, let's talk of your ongoing romance first. And if you have an ongoing romance, it's going to turn very nasty. It's already the first 15 days trouble, now the last 15 days also trouble. So you have to be careful not to be arrogant. You have to be careful not to dominate, these two things. Otherwise the retaliation will come. And there's something about secrecy here that says that your secret or somebody else's secret or something of that complicated secret nature can be exposed, and that may add more trouble. So don't bring anything like that up. If your partner brings that up, just take it easy. Tell yourself it's 15 days, last 15 days I have to worry about to keep everything in contact. So, and if you are married, well, if you are married it's even worse, because it says long-term entanglements have started, which means that from July onwards, your marriage can have some period of time problem. So you have to sort it out very, very calmly and very gently. Don't want to show arrogance, don't want to be dominating, don't want to be pushy. Because your marriage will be at a state in the last 15 days where it needs to be nursed very carefully. And if you nurse it, you'll find that everything dissolves very fast. All the problems dissolve very fast. So nurse it carefully, nurse it gently, and you'll be able to help yourself in this last 15 days. Now, I'm going to pull a card for you coming from Capricorn about your lucky dates, Dates. Your lucky dates, which I'm going to speak to about for the month of July, would be the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, and the 31st. These are very special days for you in Capricorn. The 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, and the 31st of July. In these morning, afternoon, evening, and nightfall of these dates, you will find plenty of solutions, and you will find the ability to get things bonded as well, which means repaired, and which means getting stronger, whether it's in the area of romance, whether it's in the area of marriage. So do your best to use these dates which I've mentioned to improve your love life, to put it that way. Next will be your lucky ages. Well, this card that I've pulled for your lucky ages has got signs of Mars and the Sun and Jupiter. So I'm going to go for the fire planets, which means the 9th, it means the 18th, if you are the ages of the 18 or 27 or 36 or 45 or 54 or 63 or 72 or 81. Well, you're going to be one very lucky person, because in the areas of love and romance you'll do very well, and in the areas of marriage you will have the ability to just get everything right as well. If you are not of these ages which I've mentioned, then you'll have to have a session with me, a 90-minute session on Skype, which will cost you USD 50. And I will talk to you in length about your next 7 or 8 years in all areas of your life, not only the love story area. But we'll talk about that later a bit. The next card that I pull will have to do with your colors for you coming from Capricorn. And the color from this card which I'm impressed with is the color red. So try to wear as much red as possible, undergarments, top garments, handkerchief, contact red. And you will see in the month of July, you always have this added protection or this added strength to somehow, whether in romance, whether in marriage, to see yourself through, and you become luckier. The next card that I pull will be about zodiac sign trouble. Somebody will be coming into your life, or wants to come into your life, or wants to meet you, who can produce plenty of problems. And this somebody, according to this card, would be from somebody from Cancer. So if you know somebody from Cancer interested in you, don't go there, postpone it. And if that somebody has entered into your life, worry about it. If you're married to somebody in Cancer, if you have a romance with somebody in Cancer, the problems can be even worse. And if it's a new romance coming your way that somebody's from Cancer, tell yourself, here comes trouble. So don't dive into it, take your time, understand the situation, understand the person, take your time. Because this is a card that shows a lot of aggression and a lot of unhappiness and a lot of stubbornness as well. Now I'm going to pull a card for you coming from Capricorn about a zodiac sign that would be very good for you. And this person would be from Gemini. So somebody who is interested in you, and if that person happens to be from Gemini, that's very good news. You're going to do much, much better in the month of July with somebody from Gemini, whether it's a new romance, whether it's an ongoing romance, whether it's a marriage partner. So we hope that's the case. So if you are interested in somebody from Gemini, make the move, because it will just become very quickly yours, and you will be able to be very happy in the month of July with this person from Gemini. So that's how it goes. Well, that's what I have to tell you for the month of July regarding your love story. I'm already Skyping, and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session. And during this 90 minutes, I'll talk to you about all areas of your life. The job, the business, the finances, your love story, the family, the marriage. And I'll talk to you about health and everything else too. And that for 90 minutes, I will tackle age by age, calendar year by calendar year, your next 7 or 8 years in detail, to make sure that you are on top of it. And so with all that information, there's chances of getting a lot of success coming your way. So all that for USD 50 to know your next 7 or 8 years. Go to Skype, go to Facebook, leave me a message, send me an email, and I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Until then, thank you and good luck.